Hello, I'm Mike, and this is the Enthusiast experiment. If you're new, welcome. If you're not, welcome back. Today, we're continuing the trend of looking at a few of my favorite cigar accessories because of the community request here. I wasn't intending on doing that on this channel, but you guys ask and I will oblige. So today, we're looking at another accessory that has more than paid for itself. You may have heard of this already. It's called the PerfecDraw. This device, while not cheap, it is on sale right now, but while not cheap, will, I think, over the course of your time smoking cigars, will pay for itself. So let's get into it. So what is the PerfecDraw? You can see here, it did win the cigar trophy of the best accessory for 2018. Got a little bit of information on the website there, which I'll put a link down below, and I'll also put a link down to the video that they use on how to use this, because it's much better than anything I'll be able to do. This is just a quick review. You do see here it does have a quick warning about the tip and the blades are very sharp, which we'll see in a second here, and there you go. Nothing else on the packaging. I do like to show this off when I have it, and there you go. Again, another quick QR code to the video on how to use it, which I really appreciate them doing. A couple of magnets for the enclosure here, so that's nice. Again, nice little box presentation, pretty minimal, which is great. And then the device itself, the PerfecDraw, which let's get into what that is. So when you're smoking cigars, sometimes the resistance for taking a puff is called the draw. Sometimes that can be open, and sometimes it can be like clogged, blocked, closed, tight. There's a whole bunch of other things that can happen depending on how the binder, wrapper, filler, all that kind of stuff comes together. And if it's a little bit too tight, sometimes overfilled, or if there's a knot, which is when the bunching of the tobacco kind of gets a little bit messed up and not allowing proper airflow. Sometimes there's veins. This is a natural product, so there's bound to be differences in the cigars themselves, and this hopes to alleviate those cigars that you may have bought and are smoking that have a tighter draw or a plugged draw. This is more, it's not just for things like cigars that won't draw. The website does a really good job of explaining, like, hey, you might prefer a certain draw resistance, and if your cigar doesn't meet that criteria, you can use this tool to help you get to your preferred level of resistance versus, if it's too tight. It doesn't matter if it's wrong. This device is to help you get your best smoking experience. So without further ado, it is all metal here, which I guess you can hear. The threads are pretty precise. I like the overall construction of the device. I love the size. This thing is super small. Can tuck it away in your pocket or a bag. Doesn't take up much space. Bring it with you. Put it with all your other accessories. That kind of thing. So we pull this out here. This is just a tube to keep this protected and to keep you protected, because this is sharp, as it's stated. And you can see here, I will put up a picture as well of what the website shows the tip looks like, but I want you to compare that with mine. This thing is freaking awesome. I definitely recommend everyone picking them up if you're a cigar smoker. My only complaint is this, as follows. Comparing with the image on the website, I want you guys to take a look at my blades, and you'll notice they're a little bit different design, and there's a little tobacco on there. Sorry, I have used this. There's flashing on mine, which is kind of a disappointment for such a precision device. This thing is really well made and crafted to a pretty precise specification, but you can still see, I can't really get any closer, but you can still see some flash on the edges of the blades, which is kind of a bummer, especially like right there. And then also the blade shape is a little bit different than what they show on the website. Those things aside, this still works a treat. I mean, it's still super easy to use. What you do is you slowly take the head of your cigar, which is the end you would be smoking from, and you insert it right in the center, and you slowly twist in a clockwise motion until it gets right about there, and then you just pull out. And what that does is each time subsequently, if it's not quite the draw resistance you're looking for, you can do that multiple times until you get that resistance that you're looking for, and it's just bringing out a little bit of tobacco at a time. I've even had it catch Again, some of those big gnarly veins sometimes will be running through the length of a cigar. You can catch one of those and pull that whole guy out, and you're in business. But why do I say, if you're really serious about cigars, you should have one of these? So this does retail for $39.95. Usually you can find it for around $29.95. Even right now on their website, the PerfecDraw is $29.95, so it's a little bit cheaper, which I think again is a steal. So I mean, if you smoke a $15-$20 cigar that has a draw that you're not looking for, and you use this to fix it, and then you have a great smoking experience, almost in one cigar this thing is paid for itself. But you multiply that over the lifetime, because this is full metal. I mean, this isn't this is going to last you the rest of the your time smoking. So again, this will just more than pay for itself over the time of your enjoyment of cigars. The other thing I want to mention that the website points out is, if you're a fan of nubbing your cigars, which is when you get to the very end and you basically keep smoking until there's no tobacco left, you can insert this at a 45-degree angle and use it as a nubbing stick. I've seen all kinds of, there's actually specific tools that are made for that. So this pulls double duty. So even if you don't have a cigar that needs an adjustment on its draw, you can still use this for the regular enjoyment of your cigars, so if you choose. So you can really get a lot of life out of this thing. So for me, it's definitely a 2 thumbs up. It's an awesome accessory. It's not a necessity. You definitely need a cutter. You definitely need a lighter. But I do think this is a really handy thing to have, especially if you come across any of those cigars while you're smoking them that just can't really the tight draw just leads to a bad smoking experience. This can help alleviate that. And then again, if you want to nub your cigars, boom. So aside from a little bit of the flashing on the blades, which again I don't feel affects this unit as far as like performance, this is a phenomenal product, and I definitely recommend you guys checking it out. If you have a friend that has one, maybe give it a shot so you could see how it works. And yeah, I'll link everything down below so you guys could check them out in more detail. Thank you so much for swinging by. I really appreciate it. If you could, please like, share, and subscribe so we can grow this channel together. And let me know down in the comments below, what are some of your favorite accessories? Until next time, smoke them if you got them.